Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Sunday, October 12th, 2025, and I'm here to do a general collective reading for you. It is a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyways. So you're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're listening to general collective reads. They're not personalized, okay? Not every read's going to be for you, and that's quite all right. Trust and believe when I say that. You don't need these problems. We're only here to confirm what you already know. So at the end of the day, just take what applies, resonates with you, and leave the rest. Okay? You don't want to take on other people's burdens or strife. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. Here in Canada, it is a long weekend. It is Thanksgiving weekend. So to my fellow Karmics, happy Thanksgiving. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you. Let's see where we're going to go, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors of the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? Okay. That was in reverse. So passion ignited in reverse. Okay, it could be simple as losing passion for something or someone, not taking any action. Could be an STD. I don't know yet. Could be something blocking, someone trying to block you. No new beginnings, no passion opportunities, no growth or expansion. One in reverse is manipulation, illusions, deception. It's the magician in reverse. Could be magic, could be Smex magic. Love and lust spells, yet again. Or magic to block your passion. Anybody from coming near you. I don't know. We'll see. Heartache and loss, because you're not heartbroken. You're not losing something. This is somebody that could be a doppelganger. But this, it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody that just wants power and control or a power of attorney. This is something that's very chaotic and karmic, very toxic. Lazy, jealous, greedy, selfish, controlling, possessive. Could be promiscuous as well. Somebody pretending they're you. I don't know. They can't get to you. Somebody, I was picking this up just earlier before this read. Somebody's trying to get to you, trying to irk you, trying to push your buttons. It's not working. It's a waiting game. Doing stuff in secret. You're using your tuition. That's how you're avoiding whatever this is. It could be somebody you have a family with or your family, actually. Somebody's walking really nervous here. They're pacing. You're going around in circles, or somebody's going around in circles. Could be chasing tail. You know what I'm saying? You could be a high priest or priestess. You're very intuitive. You could be a reader, a spiritualist. You don't have to be. You're not speaking to them. This is wise counsel. Time is up for them. So there's somebody's running out of time for something. And you have them circling you. They're going around in circles. They're chasing their tail. Yep, material and spiritual prosperity in reverse. Somebody made a poor decision here. False contract. It could be a non-binding contract. This is a lesson, not a blessing. Whatever this was, a false contract in the ethers or in the 3D, doesn't matter, or both. All one-sided. It's very karmic. Karmic is as karmic is. Didn't use their higher wisdom and discernment. They're reaping the consequences to their bad decisions. It was all stacked against you. It was all one-sided, their way or the highway. No harmony, no peace. They shall not know peace. They wanted to take from you. They didn't want you to have material or spiritual prosperity. They could have been doing some spell work, or they're losing material and spiritual prosperity. Maybe there is a power of attorney or power and control trying to impersonate you, trying to speak for you, take your voice away, disempower you, devalue you. Whatever this is, they're losing. Yeah, they're trying to tap into block your sacral chakra or tap into your sacral chakra. 2, doing magic, illusions, bad counsel. Somebody's a hoe bag, or they wanted you to be a hoe bag. They claimed you were. Maybe they wanted you to fit into their false narrative. They're trying to steal from, they're trying to block the place from where you create from, your sacral chakra. You are alone. They wanted you alone. There's an investigation. Somebody's finding something out. They have to run, found out. You healed. You healed all your inner childhood wounds. You've ascended. You've grown. You're using your higher wisdom here. Someone's suffering. They wanted you to suffer. They were celebrating this. They wanted you completely alone. No passion, no new beginnings, no nothing. So they can glom or harvest off of you, create off of you, take your creations. This is a third party and or a cult or club, secret society. They were celebrating this, trying to block your solar plexus chakra. They were trying to break you. They're broken though. They have no strength, no willpower, no intuition. They lost it all. This is 3 in reverse. No power and control here. This is a disruption. So somebody had an internal disruption, or this is ruin. This is going to be a shock. It's going to happen quickly. Whatever they were trying to build, they were building something on a false foundation, giving off false impressions, and it's coming down. It's going to be a shock. Why? Because you're spiritually strong. You're too strong for these people. They didn't realize how spiritually strong you are. Damn, they're finding out. They effed around and found out. 9. Everything's coming down. They thought they were strong. They're not. This reminds me of Samson and the pillars, right? The pillars are coming down. So you don't have to take yourself out to get rid of these people. They took themselves out. Wow. Yep, not going anywhere, out of control, don't want to take accountability. They've been stopped. They have no discipline, structure, or direction. Somebody, or maybe it's a whole bunch of people, didn't want to accept the fact that you're spiritually strong. Too bad. It's a reality. Face it. Yep, that's the truth. They're under divine judgment. Things are being balanced out here. Okay, they're under divine judgment. A judgment's been rendered. The divine is judged. Did they want to be saved now? This is a wake-up call, a spiritual awakening. Now they want to be saved after everything they've done? Give me a break. Yeah, they're not willing to change. This is a permanent, profound ending. It is what it is. Mental conflict, mental magic. I just heard. So they were doing magic on you and others. Maybe on others so they would see you in a negative light. Seems like somebody went all out just to hurt you, to make you look a certain way. You must have really threatened this person. I mean, this person must be evil. You carry the light, they don't. This is a lot of jealousy. This is a lot of inner wounding. I don't know. This person's just not all there, or these people. It could be more than one. They're blocked now. Maybe blocked themselves from having a power of attorney or control over you, or all the doppelgangers being blocked here. Passion ignited in reverse 1. They could have said you had an STD. They tried to infect you with an STD, or they're going out with an STD. Take it for whatever that is. They could have been a big hoe bag. Now everybody's finding out. Foundation, you're established. Your family's behind this. Security. You're secure. They want to look like they're established. That they're better than you. I just heard. Good for them. Where'd that get you? There's confusion here. Uncertain, unclear, and unsure. So they could have used some sort of inheritance, family money, your money. I heard pension for some of you, life insurance that was due to you, or a divorce settlement. It could be any kind of money or property. They used this to make a foundation for them and their family, and they lorded it over everybody. Maybe you were going without. Maybe you were living hand to mouth while they were doing this towards you. Trying to muddy the water so people don't figure it out. It goes deep here. Okay, awareness, importance, and value. This is what, 2 days in a row, 3 days. I've seen this match, this spark. You hold the spark of life within you. They don't. You ignite other people's. You ignite other people. So you carry the spark, one little match, but you light up other people's matches. It's contagious. Carrying the light, healing, elevating, ascending. Congratulations. That's why they want, maybe they're a minion of the devil and they want to be rid of you because of that very reason. The devil don't want anybody to be happy. The devil doesn't want people to ascend, to find the truth. You know what I mean? To be happy. The devil wants everybody to be ruined, lost, never to go back home to Father. So passion ignited in reverse 1, foundation. They ruined their own foundation. This foundation was initially yours. They were building off of you. Yeah, and waves. We got this yesterday. Emotions, worry, and fear. Now they're fearing. They're very worried. Everybody that worked with them, yeah, they're worried about their established, settled, secure, and wealthy. Because that's how they look. Or people are now asking, how the hell do these people buy these cars, these houses, this vacation home? They're always wearing name brands, going on vacation. How do they afford this? This is off of you and other people, maybe. This might not even be your family. These are people working with families, potentially lawyers, any kind of institutions that are holding back monies. Could be governments, could be anything. But yes, harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. This is where you're vying for. This is who you are. They'll never have this. They can't buy balance. They can't buy peace, and they can't buy happiness. They certainly can't buy good health either. One of those things goes, you're not happy. You can chase it all you want, you're not happy. It's time now. This is time for you to get all of what you deserve here. They were trying to delay, procrastinate, act like they're too busy for you, blah, blah, blah. Time is up, okay? Your time is here now. Congratulations. Woo, I just got very warm. Archangel Michael just walked in. Thank you, Archangel Michael. He's been here a lot lately during these reads. So this might have some obviously to do with something with money. So we'll take the money cards out. See where we're going. He sends his love, by the way. Thank you, Archangel Michael. I love you. Yes. Yes, I agree. Thank you. Okay. I was told by the divine that I should warn those who are dabbling in magic yet again against me and against others. Stop what you're doing right now. Right now, right now. I didn't want to warn you. I want you to go right ahead and do it. Okay? Let's rid the world of you. Because that's how dire the consequences are. Just go ahead and do it, sweethearts. Okay? But the divine says no. Warn them one last time. It's already getting pretty bad where you are, right? You're not liking what's going on right now. So, you've been warned. Deal with what you got to deal with right now. Leave other people alone. So, Passion Ignited 1 in reverse. Foundational waves. Overworked. Too many expectations on you. Long hours, no compensation. Negotiate a raise and get help. Somebody wants more money. Now they're working. This could be working, trying to take from you. Or this was you at one point. Meanwhile, you were killing yourself, working your fingers to the bone, and somebody had your money, your property, or whatever was owed to you. Now they're going to have to work for it. Oh, now that they're older, that's going to be even worse on them. They're going to have to work their asses off until the day they die, I just heard. There's no retiring for this person or these people. They already took the piss, okay? They already had multiple time off, lots of time off. Now it's your turn. Congratulations. Loss. There you go. Could be loss of life as well around them. They're losing everything. Major phase in your life is ending. Embrace the new. Let go of the past to focus your energy on what lies ahead. The grief of loss is still standing in the way of your progress. Well, they're going to feel lost until the day they die if they don't stop. If this is having anything to do with my situation or yours, do you know what I mean? These people are corrupt, fraud, or embezzling, fear that money's evil, shadow work, and investigating. Something to do with science. There's a secret stash here. Somebody doesn't believe in God, they believe in science. Okay. There's going to come a day where science and spirituality is going to merge. It already has, but, more people are going to see it. Back in the day when Jesus was making these miracles, yeah, they were miracles for the time. But certain people are going to find out that some of those miracles were just science. You know what I mean? I mean, he is miraculous, don't get me wrong. There's a secret stash, hiding your assets, saving for emergencies, wise planning, protection. Maybe you've done this. That's how you got by. Or they're doing this. They're trying to hide this money from you. They deplete it. So this money was hidden from you for a reason. And they went in it. They helped themselves, They helped themselves to this money and it's depleted here. Feeling financially drained, out of viable options, and recharge and regroup. Now they want your help. Now they want to make peace. Wow. I don't think so. Somebody wants to take your life and they make your life even worse, harder than it has to be. And they lie to your face. They laugh behind your back. They stab you in the back with their daggers. But then say, love you when you turn around. People like that, yeah, I wouldn't want them around me. because they're haters, okay? Once people find out just how bad these people are, that these people are haters, okay? They don't, I don't know about you, but I don't want haters around me. Why? Because a hater's liable to do anything to hurt you because they're jealous. They hate everything, okay? Even themselves. So you can't trust somebody that hates themselves. They don't care about themselves. Do you understand? They have no self-respect. So once people find out you're a hater, you're done for. People go the other way. Can't trust you. So passion ignited, 1 in reverse. Lots of manipulation here. Foundation. Way. So they're going to lose their foundation here. This could be somebody started a foundation. Non-profit. And it was all a setup. Oh, to launder money. Your money. Oh, or some of your money amongst other people's monies, I should say. Yeah, they're overworked here. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're going to be overworked. No time for retirement for this person or these people. I hear McDonald's is hiring. I don't know, but if they got a record, which they might just have a record after this, they might not be able to get a job at McDonald's. I don't know. I don't know. Stop listening to people who have felonies and records, who have not paid child support in years or ever, or lost their children because of their selfishness. I'm not saying everybody that lost their children are to blame. I'm just saying, okay? They're real bad people. Stop listening to them. Stop listening to their stories until they start smartening up. You know what I mean? Don't get on hate trains because of what they say. Do you understand what I'm saying? People sitting there getting high in front of you, getting drunk in front of you 24/7. Stop listening to them. They're not altogether altruistic. Okay? They have addictions. They're going to say and do whatever it takes to get that addiction, you know, that urge met. Stop. Thank you. Judgment in reverse. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. No second chances. It is karma. Poor judgment. Poor decisions. Don't want to take accountability. No saving grace here. Okay? If this is a court case, judgment's gone against somebody. Whew, they broke the law. Divorce or separation. Warlock. Criminal. Corrupt. Abuse of power. Abuse of authority. Bad counsel. Bad contracts. Or a loss of a platform. Take it for whatever that is. Lack of trust. Lack of faith. Don't like traditional values or religion and or relationships. Yeah, blocked. No new beginnings, no passionate opportunities, no growth or expansion, didn't take any action. This could be a crooked judge or leader, corrupt judge or leader, a false prophet, been stopped or blocked. A third party, blocking a third party, blocking a cult, coven, secret society, or they've been blocked by a cult, coven, secret society. Somebody was repeating really nasty stories about you, a lot of egregious gossip. There will be no reconciling here. Somebody got an STD from a third party. Take it for whatever it is. Whatever this was abuse. It was a crime. They endangered other people, and it was very reckless. Now they're scared. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They lost control of the situation. They can't control you. Someone's being humbled. They're feeling intimidated. Ooh, they're scared. Devil energy. They're bound to the devil. Bound to a contract. Bound to... This is very toxic. Somebody has addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. They're in their ego. They wanted to attach something to you. They're bound. They could have gotten some sort of incubus or succubus energy attached to them. I don't know. Well, lack of awareness here. Not going anywhere, out of control. They could have gotten pulled over with some contraband in their vehicle, lost their vehicle, got into a car accident. They're not under the canopy of the universe. Whoever this is does not want to take accountability. They don't want to radically accept things as they are. They can't leave things alone. It's not going to go anywhere. Yeah. Loss of money, missed opportunity. This is not their blessing. Trying to steal your spiritual Gifts. It's not their blessing. They stole money from you. You got to stop stealing from you or others. They're not getting anything out of you or out of this group anymore. Or this group's not getting anything out of this person. This crooked judge or leader or warlock. Whoever this is, false prophet. Or out of this platform. Yeah. This is a partnership here. Love. So somebody's got harmony here. It's a partnership with somebody in law or a speaker, male or female, to place the genders where it belongs. This is a professional of some sort. The Queen of Swords in the upright is an energy that's gone through it and then some. They've learned their lessons, okay? It's right before becoming, if all the four queens are up in the upright, it's right before becoming an empress, a divine feminine energy, male or female. Somebody lost their head. You're speaking your truth. Somebody that was a soulmate. You set some boundaries. You cut them out of your life. You spoke your truth. You're not mincing words here. Yeah, there's no love, no compassion. They showed you no love or compassion. You don't have the same feelings for this person anymore. They drained it out of you. They took your love and dumped it out. So why are you going to show them any emotions any longer? You're speaking your truth without emotion. They drained you. They tried to drain you. There's no self-love, new love, true love coming through for them. Yeah, this is a karmic, whoever this is. It's all one-sided, false contract, their way or the highway. It's a lesson. They're going to have to learn a lesson. They wanted a life of luxury off of you. They wanted you to look unstable. They were greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy, very insecure. Can't mind their own business. Don't want to be alone. Can't be alone. Very bad at business. If they try to open up a business under your name with your money, you're using your inheritance or whatever this was, property, as collateral, they can't, yeah, they were willing to do whatever it took to win at any cost. Whatever they got in the past was ill-gotten gains and dishonorable, so it was only temporary. Everybody working with them are taking on losses and they're walking away. So they're losing everything. This is a tower moment. Everybody's figuring out the truth here. Somebody was trying to live a life of luxury off of the backs of others. This is explosive. They're getting, yeah, it's going to be a shock. Coming after your destiny. This is change. This is a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Divine timings. And yeah, this is happening now. People see you're innocent. Wow. You healed your inner childhood wounds. This could be a family, somebody in your family, children, siblings, cousins. It could even be a past life soulmate that you were dealing with. Somebody's dreaming about you, remembering the way you are. The truth is coming out. Remember the face of your father and your mother, I just heard. You know, that is one of the 10 commandments is honor thy father, honor thy mother. I understand that some people's parents weren't the greatest. But on the whole, you know, you got good mom, good dad. They do the best they can. You should honor them. God didn't put that as one of the 10 commandments just for frivolousness, right? So if this is adult children that did something they shouldn't have done, or siblings, or cousins, or something, I don't know. Yeah, coming after an inheritance. This is change here. 10. So this is completion. You're coming into 2 completions here. Long-term stability, long-term relations. Your ancestors are here. This is generational wealth, a legacy, a lot of money here, spiritual or otherwise. But I mean, a spiritual inheritance doesn't have to be money. It could be a lot of love, good health, you know, blessed in different ways. But this is definitely something coming to an end here. It's a 10. They could have done this to your parents. Your parents could have went through this. Your grandparents could have went through this. This has been done before. Somebody wanted to hold this money for themselves. This is a family. Yeah, they wanted to sacrifice you for this money. Somebody's stuck. They're trapped. They don't want to let go. They're trying to stall, cause delays here, keep you waiting. Law and order stepping in. This is some sort of professional, male or female, speaking the truth. This could be lawyers here. We saw the queen. Now this is the king. Or this is a counterpart stepping in. It could be exes as well. The truth has been spoken by both of you. This could also be somebody that's very, very mentally unwell. They believe their lies, but I'm not picking that up. This is either Archangel Michael, who's here right now, protecting you because they wanted to sacrifice you. He just said, no way. Because they wanted to harvest off you. This is like a sickle, right? That's the truth. They wanted to harvest off you or something like that. Somebody could be in a wheelchair. This reminds me of a wheelchair. Ambulatory, is that what they call it? But this is somebody with authority speaking on your behalf. Could be lawyers saying they're speaking on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Could be a CEO, could be some sort of professional that's stepping in. They got a lot of burdens on their back. They're going to be held responsible. Whether they are or not, I don't know. It could be an institution that they had. It could be a head of a family. It could be anybody. They got a lot of burdens on their back here. They had a point to prove where you were concerned and they're buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. They were talking shit about you. Now they want forgiveness. They mentally, emotionally, verbally, and psychologically abused you. They now see this as a blessing in disguise for you because you're not heartbroken. You've healed your heart. You healed your childhood wounds. They were trying to feed off of you, trying to poke you where it hurt, right? Well, it doesn't hurt anymore. It doesn't work. You overcame, persevered, you put up boundaries. Now they're paranoid. They're very defensive. This is a lot of emotional wounding that they are responsible for, not just for you, but for other people. You fought many battles. You fought 8 battles. This is 9 of Wands, right? You have one in your hand. You're not afraid to fight more battles. You got a lot more energy. You know what I'm saying? You can keep going. This person can't. You're not adverse to losing a few battles if it means that you're going to win this war. You're battle hardened, I heard. You're good at this. You're used to this. So that's why God put you right in their way. That is what you're here to do. I'd rather be a dragon. Yeah, that song gets in my head. 7 of Cups in reverse. People are seeing through the illusions here. All that glitters isn't gold. Running out of options, don't have a choice. They can't cover this up any longer. They can't pull the wool over other people's eyes any longer. People see it for what it is. There's a lot of competition, conflict, jealousy, strife, and drama. Truth is out. It could be a group of people. It could be a family. It could be anybody. They're really going through it right now. The truth is out. They can't hide it any longer. Moon reverse. They got to face their shadow, face their fears. The truth is out. They're being exposed. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Exposed. This is illumination. This is truth. Healing. You have healed. You are a healer. This is source. This was an injustice. It created an imbalance. There we go. They wanted to be crowned. They wanted your crown. They played with your crown. They lied. They played with the crown. This could be a crown attorney here in Canada or in the Commonwealth. That's what they were called. Ooh, this is embarrassing and disgraceful. You hurt their pride or their ego. They got to let this go, or you let them go. And they held a grudge. Yeah. Death. Change. You are the phoenix rising. You ended a cycle to begin a new one. You alchemized and transmuted. If they tried to sacrifice you, tried to take you out, you alchemized and transmuted it easily. Because you are the phoenix. You're healthy, you're wealthy, you're balanced, you're a teacher, you pour that love into yourself, you're divinely protected and guided by the angels. Could be an earth angel as well. You're a teacher. You're very fair, very balanced, very healed. Oh, well. It is what it is. Now they want to reconcile? Yeah, this was corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They got to balance this out with you. Somebody lost authority, had no authority, or abused their authority. Okay, this was a bully, a tyrant. They bent to public pressure. They went along to get along. So they bent to public pressure, meaning, they scratched somebody's back to have their back scratched. Like if they're a judge or a leader or somebody, they ask a lawyer. A lawyer's asking a judge, do me a favor, I'll do you a favor next time. That kind of stuff. It could be a secret society where a lot of people have different jobs, different callings. And a doctor can lean on a judge, or a judge can lean on a funeral home director. Do you know what I'm saying, right? This is all corruption. It's all power. It's all want to control. This is all ego, arrogance, very prideful, distorted. It's a backfire. There we go. It could be a crooked father, judge, or leader as well. So backfire is bad news. Something stops suddenly. There's been no communication. Something fell back, went back on them. They're backtracking. That's what it is. This family, this marriage, it could be an institution or a foundation. You're stable and secure. This is a home, property, or business. Yeah, they are not getting away with this. They can't escape. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. Boy, oh boy. 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're innocent. They feel like a fool. Somebody's drinking in their emotions. Really emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and insecure. Very immature, malicious, ruthless, careless, and cruel. Self-serving and self-absorbed. And they're not in control of their emotions right now. Could be a bad father figure. A shit father figure. Could be a female in this energy as well. See, that's that asp. I just heard asp wrapped around their arm, their left arm. Their left is the female side. So I don't know. They're too much in their feminine energy. It could be somebody that's no shade, but I'm just saying more on the feminine side. If it's an energy, it could be a feminine and masculine energy, or it could be a masculine and feminine energy. I heard asp, which reminds me of Cleopatra. So maybe they're thinking of taking themselves out because they didn't get their way. They scapegoated you. This is a family or a group that's going down. Somebody's not happy here, okay? 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's proof and evidence as to what they were doing. Something to do with this investment. They underestimated you. They were harvesting off of you. They kept doing this over and over again. Now, for some of you, somebody took some sort of a large amount of money or sold a home and took that money, placed it in offshore accounts to make money off the interest and dividends. And they were planning on giving it to you, but the money was just so good. So they kept putting it off, putting it off. Or this was an inheritance or life insurance or something like that, or your pension. They kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to stop. Now this is a reckoning. Okay, this is a universal clapback. This is unfinished business. They have to return this contract. Because the world is upside down. They need to cooperate. A judgment's gone against them. Something to do with a contract. They wanted to elevate themselves so very high, higher than you and everybody else. Poor judgment, poor decisions, no second chances. They're getting some karma. This is harsh judgment, by the way. You're a master of what you do. They're trying to get you offline if you're online because people didn't want to know the truth. They wanted the lies to keep going around, whatever lies they said about you. But you're elevated as well. You're masterful as well. They can't accept that. Oh, well. Too bad. Yeah, they're unstable and insecure. They can't hold back from you any longer. They can't hold on to whatever they're trying to hold on to any longer. They have no protection. It's a fall from grace. They lost their position either in a group, family, at work, or if this is a higher level soulmate that did this to you, they got demoted to karmic. Somebody was trying to pretend they were you. Could be a doppelganger, putting on an act, partying all the time. They're very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it all to show up. They certainly didn't want you having wish fulfillment or being seen as wish fulfillment. Yeah, they wanted you rejected, but it's them. They're feeling sorry for themselves or having a pity party. They wanted quantity over quantity, quantity over quality. If this is a partner, I'm really picking up a partner could be involved. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're bored and dissatisfied with life. They don't want to put the effort in unless it's stealing or doing magic or lying or partying. Yeah, they're not liking that you're stable and secure. Now they can't get back into your energy. Male or female, you're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Could be a mother figure, don't have to be. Could be a wife as well. Somebody wanted more than just a wife. They wanted multiples, right? So they got exposed. Somebody's on the down low. I was about to say that they're in their feminine energy. It could be a male and feminine energy. They could be gay and or trans or something like that. Maybe trying to be you if you're a female. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be. There's no shade. I'm just saying. That's what I was picking up. They're being exposed. You being stable and secure and abundant and hardworking is exposing them. This is public humiliation. Yeah, you're innocent. You're going to get your flowers here. They were jealous. They were doing magic. They could have said you were a hoe bag in your past. This is some of this hateful, very hateful. It's a hater. You don't want to do anything with a hater. They're just going to bring you down. This is a bully, very abusive. They hate everything about you. They hate themselves. They're very unstable. They thought they'd make a profit off of this, but it's a loss. They can't play games anymore. This was a betrayal. It's a harsh and painful end for them, ending a cycle. It is what it is. The worst is over, okay? A new day is dawning. Maybe by tomorrow things will be different, or by Tuesday morning. Yeah, somebody bore false witness. They can't pay up. They're immature. Lost a child. Lost children. Don't want to put the work in. Don't want to learn. Can't pay up. They're in debt. They're lazy. Don't want to put the work in. Very disrespectful. This could be divination abuse as well. They got to walk away. They're facing the unknown. Wow. Walking away from doing magic, shit-talking, unwise counsel. They're facing the unknown. Secrets are coming out. They could have said you were a hoe bag. Yeah, I don't know. This is all greed. King of Pentacles in reverse. Jealousy, laziness, male or female, place the generous where it belongs. It's corruption. It's an image to uphold. Do you know what I'm saying? Get rich quick schemes. This is a bully. It's not wish fulfillment. Didn't want you having wish fulfillment. They could be feeling ashamed of themselves because your stars have aligned. Theirs hasn't. They're in their south node. You're in your north node. They can't touch you. They were doing spell work. They were doing all this stuff behind the scenes, behind closed doors, like the cowards they are, without spiritual protection, without faith. People have lost faith in them. They've lost faith in themselves. They're losing hope. This is not wish fulfillment. They lied. It's Page of Wands in reverse. They lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. This is bad news for them. Very immature, drama starter. Yeah, wanting power of attorney or power and control, or this is the doppelganger. Somebody is not creative. They're not inspirational. They need outside validation all the time. They really wanted to take your voice away, but this is very karmic, chaotic, jealous, and greedy, selfish energy. It's the opposite of a divine feminine energy. Male or female, by the way. This is somebody that isn't, they don't create, they can't create. They destroy. In the upright, an empress, through her pain or his pain, creates new life, whether through children or artistry. This person, when they're in pain, everybody's got to know about it. Everybody's got to pay for it. It's just destruction. A wannabe, a pick-me. This is somebody that's not very smart, although they think they're smart. Yeah, they're going towards lack and loss and poverty. On the outside looking in, this was a big, big blow to their confidence. Being you could have given them a lot of confidence. Yeah, look at this. They're in their feelings here. Emotionally manipulative, Queen of Cups in reverse, sad, using tears to get their way. Very emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally. They make you feel guilty. They have no emotions. They're apathetic. They're needy and greedy. They cry so easily and get mad so easily. And what about me so easy? They're the accuser. They like to accuse other people. They're very unstable. They don't care who they hurt, and they're very neglectful. They know you're going to be taking some action. They know that you're manifesting. They know you have a direct connection with Source, and you have all the tools you need. Your manifestations are coming in. As above, so below. This is the reversal candle. You're taking action. This is conscious awareness of what they were doing, what they were trying to do. This is action. You're very focused, okay? They can't get you off focus. They lied about you. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They bullied you, stalked you online or elsewhere. They were jealous of you and abused you. This is news they don't want to hear. Other people don't want to hear. People are mad at them for getting them in trouble, for lying. They targeted you. This is sabotage. They were petty and they were cruel. People are finding this out. They have to run and found out. There's an investigation. Or that, or you're shining a light on it. Or they're on their own now. They don't like being on their own, but they're going to find themselves on their own. They'll be forced to be on their own. I don't know. People are finding out. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. You're at peace. They could be contemplating, strategizing and praying right now. They're heartbroken because they got found out. They're the ones that are mentally unstable. They're trying to justify and rationalize what they've done. They want peace now. They're heartbroken. They're having intrusive thoughts, or other people in the group are having intrusive thoughts, or they summoned something that's really keeping them up at night here. And they are praying. This could be, reminds me of sleep paralysis where they can't move. They've been sitting on the truth for a very long time. They wanted you. They're going towards bankruptcy. This is fraud and theft. They breadcrumbed you, used and abused you. This is horribly not equally yoked. This was unfair. This was a scam, doing spell work against you, having casual hookups or claims you did. This is a love bomber. They're coming towards you. They're hoping this is going to work. They want to apologize. Wow. This is a love bomber coming towards you. Remember, it's a scam artist. They could be doing spell work against you, against a child. People are seeing you're innocent. They went to the crossroads. They're watching you. They're making plans. They're watching you from afar. They're relegated for watching you from afar. You're still moving forward. They're grieving and regretting. They're crying over spilt milk. They're going through a dark night at wealth. They're depressed. They know you're disappointed in them. Everybody's disappointed in them. Gotta let this go. They're not renting space in your head. They can't attach anything to you, especially this false narrative any longer. You're free. They can't restrict you any longer. They're letting go of this King of Wands, male or female. This could be a warlock, poser player. They bit off more than they can chew. This is somebody that had no authority or lost authority concerning this money, this family. Somebody's angry. They lied. There's been no truth or clarity, no communication. They spoke on your behalf and they had no authority to. They lost their crown. They wanted to interfere with your crown chakra. Huh? Good for them. Let's see how that worked out. Yeah, divinely protected. You stood your ground. Congratulations. Yeah, they're trying to block your work, or they're being blocked from work, block your creations. You put a lot of work in. You're very masterful. You mastered your emotions and whatever craft that you do. A lot of effort has been placed in doing what you're doing here. You have a lot of discipline as well. You foresaw something. Somebody could be blocked from working elsewhere in a different country. They have to come back here. They're plotting and planning something. You foresaw something. They did something too quickly. Your ships are coming in. You're not looking back. You're moving forward. You're expanding your horizons here. Yep, rite of passage. This is your birthright. They can't slow you down anymore. You're too resilient. You're too dependable and reliable. They were planning something to do with your mail or a payment. And they did something too quickly. Somebody's a player energy, or they're being moved, inspired to take some sort of passion action towards you. They did something too quickly and they're in denial right now. They blocked themselves from something from you. You're at peace. They jumped the gun where something was concerned. They should have been faithful instead of a player. That's what it is. You've turned your back. You're not going back. So there is an ex involved. Now they want to put the effort in. They want to work with you. They're blocked from working with you, coming near your work, whatever this is. They're acting like a victim now. They didn't see this coming. Wow. There's a stalemate. They're mentally conflicted and they're in denial. They're being denied. It's either you're denying them, the divine's denying them, or their own people are denying them. Yeah, go elsewhere. Go away. It could be practitioners as well, or cults, covens, secret societies. They want them to do work. I get a little bit of money. Go after this person some more. No, denied. No more passion for this. Okay, they're blocked. No new beginnings, no growth or expansion. No way. Blocked. People are not feeling this anymore. Power of attorney, doppelganging, having power and control. This is somebody that's chaotic and toxic. Bye. Trying to tear you down ain't going to happen. It's not working. Some people are smart. It's not working. Let's not go there. They put two and two together. Other people not so great, right? There's a lot of confusion here, uncertainty, unclear, unsure about their foundation, what they've tried to establish here. They built off of you, your energy, your money. This is a family security established here. Now they're going through waves. They're feeling it because whatever they established was built on a false foundation, and they're getting found out. And it was all at your expense, right? Emotions, worry, and fear about this established. Oh boy, look what we already built. We built on a false foundation. It's coming down. It's about time. Settled, secure, and wealthy. You're settled, secure, and wealthy. You were supposed to be settled, secure, and wealthy. This is major loss here of life as well. They're trying to take your life. They're doing shit they shouldn't have been doing. What you put out comes back to you, okay? That's why we tell you, don't do this baneful magic. Don't be a coward. Go behind closed doors and try to take from people. Try to bend wills. It's not going to work out too lovely for you. But people don't believe it. They think they're bigger and badder and bolder than God. They don't have to adhere to any universal spiritual laws. Well, good. Go ahead and do it. Let's cull the fucking herd. I'm tired of this energy. Overwork. Doing too much, right? They're going to work for the end of the days. I'll tell you that much. There's no retirement. They took the piss. They wanted to play. They played hard. Now they have to work hard. Okay? They're going to be working for the rest of their days. I don't think they're going to get any kind of social assistance, or if they do, it's not going to be enough to pay the bills. So they're going to have to work hard. They're going to have to work till their fingers bleed like they expected you to do. Sorry, I'm not feeling sorry for them. Not at all. So I know what it's like to work till your fingers bleed, literally. Okay? I worked in a cold climate. I was as a butcher. Wet, cold. My fingers would bleed. My hands would crack. Everything. Okay? Hard, heavy work. Standing on my feet all day long. Never got to sit down, take a break. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had breaks, but trust and believe, you didn't feel rested. The longer you sat down, the more it hurt. So, especially with ankylosing spondylitis, with autoimmune disease, I had to keep moving. And yeah, I wanted to see, because I gave up my job. I resigned when I first got sick because I couldn't do the work. My back just couldn't bend. I couldn't stand on my feet anymore. It was very painful. And I had to take heavy-duty pain medications, and I couldn't work with that, especially around sharp objects. So I had to give up my job. I was sat at home. Not a lot of money, okay? A lot of the times I went hungry the last week of the month. You know what I mean? I had to stretch it out. Not good. Until I started feeling a little bit better, and I said to myself, I'm going to see if I can go back to work. And that's what kickstarted this with me anyways. I went and applied at a different place. They hired me, even with my disease. She gave me a chance. I was shocked. And I started right away and started cutting, meat cutting. It wasn't easy, though. A lot of times I was working by myself because it was just me and another girl in the whole department. And we had to do it all ourselves. And then she got injured, and then she left. She went elsewhere, and I was by myself. I was working every day. I didn't know how I did it, but I did. So I did it for a year, and then I said enough. I proved I was able to do it. I'm never going to be stuck ever again. I'll just push right through the pain. And that's what I had to do. I had to prove to myself I am not stuck in this loop of not able to work. When you really want it, you can do it. Trust and believe there's a way. I was supposed to be traveling at this point in my life, but no. You know, people got greedy and jealous and selfish, and here we are. It is what it is. So 4, corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. 14, earth angel, balance, fairness. 26, you're Very strong. Somebody wanted dominance over you. This is a doppelganger. It's dominance. It's power and control, power of attorney. Wanted to sacrifice, wanted you to sacrifice, right? Playing games on this fucking board here. You were the prize, or you were or they wanted to be the prize. Wheel of Fortune, destiny. So we have 4 in reverse. Vigilance. Keep an eye on the situation, but don't do anything just yet. There will be time for action later, and your energy will be needed then. You'll have a better idea of what's going on if you can maintain an attitude of detached observation. This is not a time to give in to your emotions or be dragged down by other people's drama. Remove yourself from petty squabbles, circular arguments, and people who are chasing their own tails. What did I tell you about chasing tail? When you rise above the dust of turmoil, you'll see more clearly what the real issues are. So I'm hitting it. It's in the it's in the dark aspect, sorry. There's no immediate danger, but the situation is changeable. 14, patronage, and this has been coming out a lot lately. Some people have a hard time accepting what they view as charity, letting pride get in the way. Having a patron or more than one isn't the same as taking a handout. Patronage says that what you have to give is valuable. These people don't have anything of value to give, but they wanted the money, right? Artists have known this for centuries, and today crowdsourcing offers patronage to creative projects of all kinds. Shift your idea about giving and taking and look around for sources of support. If you are the giver rather than the recipient, be sure that your patronage isn't flavored with condescension. In the light aspect, be grateful, but don't grovel. You know, I've seen this on YouTube and other platforms where people, they have nothing to offer. No insight, no funny little stories, nothing. They just get on and they panhandle, begging for money, crying. They have addictions. Everything's wrong in their life. They just don't want to get off their ass and go to work or create something. Do you understand? Give back to the world. When you do give back to the world, trust and believe what comes, patronage. If that's what you're after, if that's how you're supporting yourself, it does come. Your value. People see your value. They love to see what you have to say or do or sing or create. But to sit there and just cry for money, for the sake of money, they have addictions. They don't, like I said, don't listen to people with addictions. Don't listen to people that have felonies and they've gone to jail time and time again and they're going to go back to jail. Don't listen to people that are constantly full of excuses but yet talk shit about other people. Stop listening to these people and following them. They're leading you down the wrong way. If somebody could have addictions, they can have been in jail, they could have gone through the ringer and then back again, but they have something to offer. Like, don't go down the same route I went down. They're trying to teach people not to go down the same route. I appreciate that. They're not sitting there begging, feeling that the world owes them and making excuses for their bad behavior. And behind closed doors, they're doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, not sorry. Acceleration, 26. Full speed ahead. Throw caution to the winds and move as quickly as you can now. Make decisions, embrace change, trust your own judgment and the judgment of your allies. Whatever you've been procrastinating about is running out of time if you want to do it well. Any more delay will only diminish the outcome. Timing is everything, and the timing is right. In the upright, you may encounter some obstacles, but you'll be able to deal with them swiftly. There you go. Some of these people leave a sour taste in your mouth, I heard. I don't blame you. I'm tired of them too. It's like a waste of days, waste of time, waste of energy, waste of a life sitting there crying for money. Making excuses. And they've been doing this for a long time. Every now and then I'll see them and it's like, you still doing this? You're still at it? It's been 2 years, for fuck's sakes, or more. You're still in the same place, the same stories. People are still coming after you. You're still being this and you're still being that. Nothing's changed. Because they don't want change. It's sad, really. But they'll go behind closed doors and do magic on you. Sure as hell they will. Oh, yeah. And blame the world for it. How are we ending this for the collective, please? Greed. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. Now they're trying to run away from what they've done. Get away, keep away, and give up. They wanted your crown. They wanted to be crowned. But they didn't want to do the work, right? Owner, master, top level. They're going to have to let go of that. Let go of you. Surrender, open up, and give up and release. They're going to have to let go of everything they thought they could get their hands on. And get to work. Hope you like the read. Congratulations, though. You're being protected. Good things are coming towards you, so don't give up. Don't let doubt get it creep in. You know that already. I'm preaching to the choir. I love you guys, and until next time, take care.